What's up, guys? It's FunForChu here, and welcome to the first pilot episode of the FunForChu Podcast. It is the podcast where I talk about the things that I find fun, whether it be the tech that I use or creating my comic and graphic design and art. I want this podcast to be a conversation with you guys and talk about the creation process. So if you have any topics that you want to hear about, be sure to let me know in the comments down below in the description and tweet at me at FunForChu on Twitter using the hashtag FunCast. Maybe I should call this podcast the FunCast instead of the FunForChu Podcast. That would make more sense. But I think I like the FunForChu Podcast more than FunCast. I don't know. So be sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments and tweet at me which one you prefer. Anyway, guys, let's not waste time. Let's begin. But before I forget, I want this podcast to be about 20 to 25 minutes long where I can have a conversation with you guys. So this podcast will be available on YouTube and free to download on SoundCloud if you guys are interested. And there will be a new episode every Friday, so be sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. So there are 3 topics that I want to talk about today. One is just catching up with you guys to talk about the goals that I have for this channel for 2017 and how I'm going to achieve them. And 3, talk about the art that I've been creating and a little bit more about my comic book and when I'm releasing it. So be sure to stay tuned to the very end. So let's start with topic number 1 and catch up with you guys on what's been going on. And I realized my last upload was maybe a little bit more than a month ago in November. And I kind of have a good reason to why I've been on hiatus for so long. And the main reason was, well, it's not really a good reason, but it's been pretty crazy at work. And I'm only working retail, but I never realized how crazy it gets during the holidays and how it really kind of made me feel exhausted to get anything done. And I know that's really not a good reason why to stop creating so abruptly. But in all honesty, the main reason why I been on break was because I felt kind of sad and depressed, and I hate to use that word depression so lightly, but this is the first holiday that I couldn't spend time with my family, and yeah, it really demotivated me, if that's a word, to get anything done, and that's not really a healthy way on becoming a better creator. And I just want to share that with you guys and maybe ask if you guys have dealt with that before, because this is the first time that I'm consciously aware about my emotional state. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this podcast like the sad podcast. This is supposed to be the fun podcast where we talk about fun things. So let's move on to topic number 2. And the goal of this podcast is to have some fun and create more content and better content. So a month ago, I had a social media critique from Dominic Isaac from Isaac Teaches. And I'll be sure to leave a link to his YouTube channel and Patreon page where he helps artists and creators to be better on social media and grow a audience on there. And I'll be sure to leave links to my critique down below in the description if you guys want to check it out. So the topic of that critique was building trust and being trustworthy. And you know when something is true when your first instinct is to deny it or at least panic or run away? Because to be honest, I haven't really been trustworthy. It's not like I've been lying to you guys. It's more like the content that I've been creating has been more about me than for you, I guess. And during that critique, he made it a point where I'm not building a connection for the viewers or the audience to come back and watch my content. The content that I've been producing has mostly been kind of random. It's tech related. There's some videos about anime and creating my comics, but there was no focus, and I needed to make a focus that was engaging and trustworthy. And that's something that I want to change and is one of the goals for the YouTube channel. So I am asking you guys to help me out on leaving comments or tweeting at me on what you want me to talk about and create videos about, whether it be the tech that I use on a daily basis on creating my content, whether it be videos or working on graphic design and art, or just the struggles of life when trying to become that creative person that you want to be. So be sure to leave a comment down below in the description or tweet at me about that. That'd be really awesome, guys. So yeah, that's one of the goals, to create more of a trustworthy bond with you guys and have a conversation and be more engaging throughout my videos that I make and hopefully this podcast. Another goal for 2017 is that I want to make this channel more focused on tech and a little bit more on the creative side. During the critique, Isaac told me that I was not really being straightforward on the content that I've been producing. It seemed kind of random where I have videos on tech reviews and then have some videos about anime, which hasn't really been a main focus, yet it's one of the first thing I labeled in my banner, to which I am updating right now. And I have some videos on creating my comic. So there's no real set path to what I'm actually doing. So he told me to put more of a focus on the tech reviews and the art. So the ratio he gave me was 3-1 instead. The 3 should be mainly about the tech, and the 1 should be more about the thing. Oh, he does that as well, or he likes that things too. And that will create more of a bonding experience with me and the audience. And I never really thought about it that way, but it really makes a whole lot of sense. So thank you, Dominique, for really helping me in finding a path to how I want to grow this channel. I'm really appreciative on your advice, and you guys definitely have to check his Patreon page out because it's been really helpful. Also, sorry for this late upload, I guess, since that critique was like a month ago. But like I said, I'm trying to be better and produce more content on a regular basis. So expect a podcast every week on Friday. Let's say Friday. That's set in stone right now. Well, maybe not in stone, but there will be a podcast every week. And there will be a tech video also every week. So that's 2 videos or content per week. That's my set goal for 2017. And number 3, it might be a crazy goal and who knows, but I want to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of 17. You heard me. I'm gonna try to reach 10,000 subscribers in 2017. And now that I'm saying that, it sounds a bit too crazy. But you know what? I said it, now I have to do it. So let's move on to topic number 3, and that is art and creating my comic book. If you guys didn't know, I took on the 90-day challenge, which became a 100-day challenge, and now is whenever I'm done challenge in creating my comic book series. And if you guys are interested and want to watch my process or thoughts on taking that challenge, you guys can check out the link down below in the description where I made a series called Let's Make a Comic Book Series, and that series kind of ended abruptly, but I am ready to release my comic book every Monday, or 1 page every Monday, not a whole book every Monday because that'd be crazy. Anyway guys, the idea was to take more of a Garfield inspired comic strip and that Sunday newspaper feel with an anime and manga art style, and then have that presented on social media. So there will be a page every Monday on Instagram and Twitter at FunForChu if you guys are interested. And yeah, I really can't wait for you guys to check out what I've been working on. Now, it's not gonna be the prettiest or the most amazing comic book out there, but it is something that I've been trying to achieve since I was 2 years old. And if you know me a little bit, I actually stopped creating art or trying to achieve that dream for 3 years. Or once I hit college, I actually tried to quit cold turkey on becoming a better artist because there was an insane amount of guilt in creating art and work on my comic because I felt like I wasn't good enough. And going back to the social media critique with Isaac, I talk a little bit how I felt guilty and how my parents really didn't like me choosing a creative path. So in retrospect, that really has dampened me in becoming a better artist and creator. But not anymore, because he told me that I should forget all those worries and stop feeling guilty and just do it. I mean, that was actually terrible. I did not swear there. Anyway, guys, what was I talking about? Yeah, so he told me to throw away that guilt and just put a focus on my passion, and that is creating these videos on YouTube and working on art. So, yeah. That's what I wanted to share with you guys about my comic book. Oh, I should probably talk about what it is about. So the theme or plot of the comic book is that every page is a story that stands alone by itself. So you don't really have to read the whole comic book to get the main idea, but it is about a schoolboy who really hates Mondays, similar to that of Garfield. But it's different because it's a human, I guess, and not an animal. And I'm not trying to rip off Garfield whatsoever, but that was my inspiration because I grew up reading Garfield comics and just wanted to incorporate that somehow. But yeah, it is a slice of life comic about a schoolboy who hates Mondays. And I don't really want to say anything more because there isn't really much to say other than that. Yeah, that sounds that is probably a terrible pitch, but you'll see when you read it. And you're probably wondering, wait, it's 2017. Monday already passed. Where's that page? Well, yeah, I'll leave at that. Don't worry, guys. Next week on Monday, there will be a page there. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at FunForChu if you want to see that. But that's not all. For 2017, I want to become a better artist. So I'll be going back to the basics and doing some speed painting or just more drawing and sketches on digital media on my drawing tablet and uploading them onto YouTube and my social media feed, because I feel like there are many people who are like me where they inspired to be a anime and manga artist and had the dreams of becoming a comic book artist and never really achieved it. So this will be a pretty interesting experiment and progress where I'll be uploading videos on my drawings and kind of like a speed painting type series. So if you guys are interested in that, I really want to hear your thoughts. Again, you guys can leave that in the comments below or tweet at me. And also let me know what you want to see me draw or want to talk about, and if there is a specific technique that you want to see. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a professional artist, but I feel like I'm confident enough to do some troubleshooting and figuring out how to find that style, if that makes sense. I'll pretty sure it'll be a lot more clearer once I start this series. So yeah, that about does it for episode 1 of the FunForChu podcast. If you guys have any suggestions and advice or just want to talk with me, be sure to leave a comment down below or tweet at me at FunForChu on Twitter using the hashtag FunCast. And remember, if you want to listen to this podcast, it is available for free on SoundCloud to download, and it will be posted on YouTube as well. Again, guys, thank you for listening. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me throughout 2016 and hopefully through 2017 and onward. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm FunForChu. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Oh, you're still here? Well, I realized after my editing, I still have about 6 minutes to fill for this podcast, because I did promise you guys a 20 to 25 minute episode. So, welcome to the first epilogue of the FunForChu Podcast, episode 1, where I will be trying to fill in the dead air or gap to reach what I promised you guys. So, Yeah, so during the month that I didn't upload anything, I was still working on some videos and content that I was going to share with you guys, but decided to ditch them because they weren't really executed too well and I wasn't very happy with the quality. So instead of this podcast, I was going to do a shower vlog where I vlog as I'm showering and just pretty much talk about the things that this podcast was going to be about, and ditch that idea just because the video wasn't that good of a quality. It was entertaining, but I wasn't really happy with it at the very end. And I don't know about you guys, but when I shower, that is like my time to relax. So the whole setup in trying to do the shower vlog was actually really time consuming. There was a whole setup I had to do where I had to mount some suction cups with hooks and wrap my phone in plastic wrap because I don't have a GoPro or a waterproof phone. I literally wrapped my phone in clear plastic wrap in Ziploc bags so that the water wouldn't harm my phone. And the audio that came from it was okay. I mean, when I started to talk, I didn't talk over the water. I did like a time lapse and then talk when I was doing shampoo and soaping, but since the bathroom is kind of echoey, the audio wasn't really that great to listen to, and I'm also living with other people, so they were kind of noisy, and so there wasn't that much of a sound isolation. So that was one idea that I ditched during the month that was off. Even though it was a failure, it did give me some insight that I can use in the future for a future series if I decide to go back to the shower vlogs. I mean, I still have the video that I made and edited and color corrected and everything, so maybe I'll release that in the future if you guys want it though. I'm not really sure if you want to watch an Asian guy shower as he blabble about stuff, so yeah. So let's see where I'm at. I still have about 3 or 4 minutes to fill, so let's see what I can blabber about. Well, once I get more topics to talk about from you guys, I can definitely fill in this time gap a lot better. But for now, this isn't too bad for the first episode, and I think it is a good starting block. And if you're still listening to this to the very end, thank you. So maybe I'll treat you guys in a little secret. Well, not much of a secret if I tell you guys, but yeah, let me share some videos that I have planned to be releasing pretty soon. So one is a review on a pretty cheap Android tablet and some Bluetooth speakers and some more tech stuff that I really like, and a PC build guide slash sharing the PC that I'm building right now. And I am planning to start a series where I will be sharing some input on how to start a YouTube channel on a budget. And when I say a budget, it can be anywhere from maybe under $30 or $50 to anywhere from $100 or $200. And I'm not saying that I have the best equipment, but I think I have accumulated enough gear that can help you guys start your own YouTube career, and I'll be showing some software that I use on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this how to start a YouTube channel on a budget, where I'll be covering lighting, cameras, and it doesn't necessarily have to be professional cameras since I'm not using a professional camera, and some audio tips and some simple color grading and correction techniques. So I'm pretty excited to share that with you guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing that kind of content, be sure to like this video and subscribe or podcast depending on where you're listening to this, and leave a comment if you want to see that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's see where I'm at with this time. Dang, I still have a minute to waste so I can reach at least 20 minutes, and now that I'm saying that, I'm trying to figure out how I can reach that time. This is honestly a lot more difficult than I thought it would be to talk for at least 20 minutes straight. Now that I'm done trying to fill in the time gap, let me reiterate my conclusion again. So be sure to like this video if you liked it, dislike it, and be sure to leave a comment down below in the description if you have any comments and suggestions. You can also tweet at me at FunForChu on Twitter using the hashtag FunCast for more topics that I can talk about. Anyway, guys, as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm FunForChu. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!